eyes I checked upon my lips, shunning thine eyes the while, that mine were ever fain to seek.
Ah, this is all too much to hear. How blessed I am, how sore I wrong thee.
With once beloved, what torture not to speak, to hear him groan, oneself to give him pain.
Thank you. Thank you. Rejected. Next.
Mademoiselle Sarah Bernhardt.
I am Monsieur Thierry, the director of this theater. And this is Madame Nathalie, our principal actress. Where is your partner, mademoiselle?
Partner?
Yes, to read your cues for you.
I have no partner.
Were you not told that for an audition at the Comédie Française you were expected to prepare a scene?
No, monsieur.
Then what have you prepared?
A fable.
A fable?
I will recite the fable of the two pigeons by La Fontaine.
A fable?
All right, begin.
Once upon a time...
Well, at least it won't be as long as a scene from a play.
Go on, mademoiselle.
Once upon a time, there were two pigeons.
Louder, mademoiselle, louder. Begin again and speak up.
Once upon a
time... If she begins again, it will be longer than a scene from a play.
Once upon a time, there were two pigeons who loved each other dearly, as brothers do. But one of them grew tired of the familiar hills and valleys of their country and yearned to explore the world far, far away. No sooner had he set off than a storm overtook him. Soaked through, he sought the shelter of a tree, but suddenly found himself caught in a net. Bird catchers had spied him. Struggling, he managed to break through the mesh, but hardly had he escaped when a vulture swooped down from the heavens and attacked him. Diving low to avoid the hungry bird, he found himself the target of a boy with a slingshot, who took aim and hit him with a stone. Half dead, his wings and feathers broken, he limped home. How happy the brothers were.
No, one moment, mademoiselle Bernhardt. That was not at all bad. Accept it. Next.
Mademoiselle, guess.
Oh, I knew it. I was sure you would. Wait till I tell Mama.
She never believed I could do it. I'm going to pretend I failed. I shall go in with my eyes full of tears. And just as she is about to say, well, never mind, you were never cut out to be an actress, I shall cry out, I was accepted! Oh,
Accepted. Accepted, accepted. She did it, madame. She did it! She's accepted!
What are you saying? I told you I was going to surprise her.
Sarah, my dear, how wonderful.
Go back in. Go back in and pretend you know nothing about it. What? I shall make my entrance exactly as I planned it. Go in, I said, and don't come out until I knock.
Oh, Sarah, it's you. How was your audition?
Oh, Mother. It was terrible. I walked on stage, and they asked me to do a scene. I didn't have one. I said I would do a fable, and they laughed. When I began, they made me stop. They couldn't hear me. They talked all through my recitation. It was humiliating, mortifying.
Oh, Sarah, you mustn't take it so badly.
They rang the bell before I'd finished.
Oh, my poor Sarah.
They rang the bell to tell me I was accepted.
Accepted? Why, Sarah, how clever of you. Isn't it marvelous, my dear Duke?
The Comédie Française. I congratulate you, Sarah.
I was magnificent. Oh, they loved me. I stood all alone on the stage and I made them listen. They couldn't take their eyes off me. And I shall be the greatest actress who has ever lived. I was accepted. I was accepted. I was.
And he loved me. Me.
Blessed Virgin. Please forgive me. I can't take the veil. I must act, you see. I was born to act. Even though I promised you I'd be a nun, you do understand, don't you, my beautiful, my blessed Mary? And I shall always love you. Oh, but wait until you see me on a stage.
Don't fight him or have nasty quarrels. Tartuffe is here to guard your morals. I speak but the truth when I say all will be grand if everything is done to his pious command.
Mademoiselle Bernhardt, that is your cue.
In her imagination, the man is a saint. If she really knew him, I believe she'd faint.
No. On that line, Doreen always takes 3 steps forward, bends over, puts her hand to her mouth, and says thusly, in her imagination, the man is a saint.
In her imagination, the man is a saint. If she really knew him, I believe she'd faint.
Mademoiselle Bernhardt, are you mocking me?
No, Madame Natalie. But couldn't Doreen not take 3 steps forward, not bend over, not put her hand to her mouth, and simply say, if she really knew him, I believe she'd faint?
But that is not what Monsieur Molière wished.
Oh, did he rehearse you personally?
Monsieur Molière has been dead for 200 years.
I know.
Monsieur Thierry, are we going to have a rehearsal?
Mademoiselle Bernhardt, are we going to have a rehearsal?
Yes, Monsieur Thierry.
Right, begin.
I speak but the truth when I say all will be grand if everything is done to his pious command.
On this, the anniversary of your birth, the members of your company come before you to pay homage to your genius, your wit, your poetry. They bring their floral offerings, and with them their deepest gratitude for the brilliant illumination of your mind. Fashionable absurdity, affected speech and manners, these were the things he mocked and ridiculed in each of his plays. He held up to laughter the vices and follies he despised. As he put it himself so well, no truth without comedy, and no comedy without truth. Please accept, dear master, our humble tribute. Mademoiselle Bernhardt, we are not running a circus, nor do we thrive on the notoriety of our minor players. If you wish to remain in the company, you must apologize to Madame Nathalie.
Why? I didn't stand on her train on purpose.
No?
No. Well, not at first. But when she pushed me, it is she who should apologize to me.
She certainly will not. You must apologize, or consider your association with us at an end.
Well then, monsieur, the comedy is going to lose its principal attraction.
She wouldn't leave me alone until I bought it for her.
I've never heard of anything so morbid.
She wants to be the greatest actress in the world, or she wants to die.
Well, surely the second alternative rules out the first. Anyway, she just can't will herself to die.
Oh, you think not? I tell you, it won't be the first time she's tried it. Once, as a child, she drank a whole bottle of ink before I could stop her. Another time, she tried to throw herself out of the window. Really, she has no thought for me at all.
I find this very depressing. It's not even midday.
What am I to do? All she wants is to act, and no one will engage her. Months and months, and no one will take her on. I told her and told her. One does not walk out of the Comédie Française. But no, she thought she knew better. And now she wants to die. As if that will prove anything.
You know, I might be able to help her. I have a friend who's the director of the Odeon. I might be able to persuade him to give her a chance. That is, if it's not too late.
It is no recommendation to us at the Odeon to have walked out of the Comédie Française.
I realize that, Montini.
Now, my dear Duke, we've been friends for a great number of years, and you know I would do anything I possibly could to help you, but
Then give the girl a chance.
her reputation has preceded her.
Oh, just high spirits.
Yeah. And I run a theater, not a cabaret.
Now, look here, Montini. I know the girl well. I have for some years been a friend of the family, so to speak. And I consider myself a good judge of talent. Now, Montini, have you seen the girl?
No. She's disruptive.
Not at all. Artistic, imaginative.
Crazy.
I would have thought in a boulevard theater such as yours, that would be an advantage. Or do you want to become as stuffy as the Comédie Française?
Mademoiselle Bernhardt?
Well,
hair's a mess. Her nose is all wrong. She appears to have all the feminine charms of a beanpole. Do you think you can manage to behave yourself in my theatre?
Oh, yes, Monsieur Montini.
We're not dilettantes here, you know. We work.
So will I.
Very well. We've been asked to give a command performance for that idiot Napoleon III, God help us. He's a complete fool, so we'll try you out there. You will recite the opening stanzas of Verlaine's The Old Park. 3 minutes, no more. We'll see how you get on.
I shall get on splendidly.
When I think it's time for self-confidence, mademoiselle, I'll let you know.
And sang in paeans of eternal glory the bright apotheosis of the emperor and all his court.
Mademoiselle Sarah Bernhardt.
She's the one who knocked over that old battle axe at the comedy.
I shall recite Oceans of Night by Victor Hugo. Oh, how many sailors, how many captains who set out joyfully for places far away have vanished on the threatening horizon.
Monsieur l'Empereur, there has been a terrible mistake. She was instructed to recite some verses from Verlaine.
Oh, my God, you imbecile. Now, look what you've done.
What? Why did the Emperor...
To recite Victor Hugo.
I like Victor Hugo.
Don't you realize he's been exiled by the Emperor? To recite Hugo here is like slapping the Emperor in the face. Monsieur Montini told you to recite Verlaine.
I liked Victor Hugo better. There was nothing political about it.
If Hugo speaks, it's political. It's treason. You blockhead. You blundering idiot. You stupid fool.
Let her go.
Who are you?
What does it matter? Even if she has offended the Emperor, there's no excuse for you to hurt Mademoiselle Bernhardt.
I didn't mean it, really, I didn't.
I suppose it doesn't occur to you that we may all be guillotined. I enjoyed your recitation.
What there was of it.
Is there a theatre in Paris where you're giving a somewhat longer performance?
Why, yes, at the Odeon.
Tomorrow night, perhaps.
Well, I'm not actually appearing there at the moment, but I will be soon.
Now, why did you not recite what I told you to?
Because I thought the Emperor would prefer something military to a poem about two ghosts in a park.
Oh, did you? Well, thank heaven I managed to convince the old fool that you didn't do it on purpose.
Well, may I present a...
Prince Henri de Ligne.
Your Highness, I trust that my remarks just now about our beloved Emperor...
Oh, no, I'm Belgian.
Oh, that's all right, then. I must say, I admire your courage.
It wasn't courage, it was stupidity. But I learn, Monsieur Montini. I promise you, I learn.
You certainly have a great genius for attracting attention. Monsieur?
Mademoiselle, may I invite you to supper if you're not otherwise engaged?
Your Highness, I believe I'm
I shall be offended if you say no.
I think I've offended enough royalty for one evening.
Oh, my dear Ferdinand, I have so many guests who cannot wait to meet you. I will go and get them at once.
By all means, Countess, do please bring them in. More guests are just what I need right now.
Relax. It's only stage fright. You'll get over it. Breathe deeply. Breathe. For God's sake, breathe. Come on.
Perfectly charming.
Hat.
I cannot keep up this pretense much longer. We are going to be thrown out.
But your cue.
Yes, I'm sure we are going to be thrown out.
Go on. Close the door. Close the door. Give him the hat. The hat.
Here is the hat, monsieur.
The hat. I've got the hat. Let go of the hat. Get on with the play.
You promised me.
You promised me.
Yes. This is for you. And this... I'm supposed to kiss you. This is the wrong hat. Oh, where is the Italian straw hat? Answer me.
Answer him.
Your wife has given it to her goddaughter.
Ah, for that you deserve a reward.
I found you at last. And with the maid.
The hat. You knew all the time she had it.
I'm leaving. I'm giving him my notice. I'm never coming back. I'm leaving. I'm leaving. You'll never see me again.
It's Mother. Aren't you going out to supper with Marie and the others?
No.
Well, I promised the Duke to join him. Mademoiselle will see you have something to eat when you get home. I thought you were perfectly ridiculous. Good night.
Stop! What on earth are you doing?
I'm trying to kill myself.
Proper basement window.
I'd forgotten.
Mademoiselle Bernhardt, wait! Sarah!
Please.
You might not knock your head on a rock.
Then it would all be over sooner.
The Seine would turn crimson with your blood.
Don't laugh at me. Didn't you see how dreadful it was? The audience laughed at me.
I just don't want to see you dragged out of the river all swollen and blue.
Do you think I'm a very shallow person?
I hardly know you as a person. And as an actress, well, I thought the audience tonight were very sympathetic.
It was humiliating. I'm always thinking right and doing wrong. I want to die.
No, not before you've lived, surely.
My mother said I was ridiculous.
Then we have something in common. My mother said exactly the same thing about me.
Why, what had you done?
Told her I wanted to be a farmer instead of a prince.
Take me with you.
When?
Now, tonight, wherever you're going.
But tomorrow I'm going to Belgium. I'm going home.
It's not far. You must make me forget.
But Sarah...
Oh, all right, then I'll kill myself.
No. It's all right, it's all right. Please. Please, come down.
Really want to be a farmer?
Sometimes.
But you'd have to give up this beautiful house and all these beautiful servants.
Oh, I don't think I mind too much. No, I love the land and what it produces much more than I love the servants.
You might never get to see Paris again.
I can live without Paris.
Oh, no, I don't believe that.
Why does Paris mean so much to you? You were very anxious to get away from it.
I was. Oh, I'm so glad I came here with you, Henri. It's not that I don't love the country. I do, for a change. I suppose my roots will always be in Paris.
Even if you never act again.
You think I won't?
What is it that you like so much about the theatre? Bright lights, applause?
No. No, it's more than that. It's the coming alive. Oh, I don't know, really. I mean, I wish I could explain it. I wish I could. It's something I have to do. I'm not making any sense, am I?
No. But it doesn't matter. Because you are the most extraordinary woman I've ever met.
Mademoiselle?
Oh, the end wall, please.
I won't ask you where you've been, because I know you won't tell me. I won't even make a fuss about you moving into your own place, although you have wounded me to the core.
Of course I'll tell you, Mama. I've been to America and Spain and China and the moon.
That's all very well. But the Duke and I have been talking about you, and we have decided that what you have to do is to make a splendid marriage, settle down.
I have one or two ideas, Sarah. Eligible, good family, well-to-do. I will introduce them to you.
So that your future will be assured.
Oh, come with me. It's in here. Thank you. No, by the window.
It's not true. Land. It isn't. You're not.
Yes, Mama. I am.
Air. Give me air.
Wish I could play a fainting scene as well as Mama.
You realize this is the end of all your hopes.
Strange, it doesn't feel like that.
Who is the father?
Friend?
Well, I should hope so. Just like a man having his own way.
Oh, Mama. I thoroughly enjoyed myself.
Disgrace. How can you do this to me?
Having a bastard, you mean? Why not? Surely it runs in the family.
Sarah.
Your father and I lived together for 2 years before you were conceived.
I know, Mama. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Is there something I can do, Sarah? Go after the man. Teach him a lesson.
Well, I think he's learned all he needs to, monsieur.
He knows, of course.
That I'm pregnant, no.
Why not?
Because he might want to marry me. It's in there.
How will you afford this apartment?
I shall have to work.
Work. The wretched theatre again.
Meanwhile, I shall live on credit.
No, Sarah, no. That is the devil's path.
What is the point of inventing a word and never using it?
I can't believe this is happening.
No, Mama. That's why I moved here. So that you wouldn't have to face the fact that you are about to become a grandmother.
I never thought I should live to see the day. Come, Monsieur Le Duc, come at once.
She'll get over it. A natural shock.
Come and see me sometimes. Me and my son.
Of course.
Mademoiselle? Later, madame. I'll just see Mademoiselle settled first.
Oh, do look. He likes you, yes. Yes, he does. Thank you very much. Thank you. Goodbye. Say goodbye.
The monkey was charming.
It's very beautiful every day. What well, it's true. Just today.
Sarah. Sarah. You left Belgium without a word. I wondered if this was the reason.
How did you find it?
What's his name? Well, her name.
His. Maurice. Isn't he beautiful?
Very beautiful.
Mademoiselle, this is Prince Henri de Ligne. How did you find me?
Well, you're not unknown in Paris.
Almost. I haven't any work.
Yes, I made inquiries. You haven't appeared for almost a year.
Well, there are very few roles for pregnant ladies.
Sarah. I came to Paris for one reason only. To ask you to marry me.
Dear Henri, we were very happy in Belgium.
And will be again.
In Belgium? What will your parents say?
My family need not come into it.
Why, don't you care for them? What will they say? Marrying an actress just because she's the mother of your child, or even because you love her?
My life's my own.
What will they say when you come to Paris occasionally to visit your wife and child?
Paris? What do you mean, Sarah? I'm asking you to be the Princess de Ligne. We shall live at the chateau, of course. I've already started to found part of the estate.
Oh, I see. You're bestowing an honor by marrying me, like giving a medal for bravery.
Sarah, be reasonable. Acting is all very well in its place. I've nothing against it, really. But it is not to be compared with the responsibility and continuance of a royal line. Well, surely it's worth a sacrifice on your part.
My dear, you are absolutely right. Acting is all very well in its place, and its place is here within me, and nothing you say will make me ashamed of it.
You mean you won't marry me?
How could I deny you anything? Of course I will marry you. But it's you who must make the sacrifice. No farm, no chateau, no milkmaid for a wife. But being by my side and loving me for what I must do.
I'm sorry, but I find that absolutely incredible.
Don't you understand? I have already played a princess, and that is all I should be doing as your wife. And who would appreciate my acting in your stuffy old chateau in Belgium?
My God, you're just a little...
Illegitimate half-Jewish daughter of a courtesan. Go on, say it.
This is incredible!
Oh, you said that before. Oh, Henri, you are so aristocratic and handsome and attractive, and I know men of 60 who are younger than you. What is it, my darling?
Madame.
Why you...
For you, a gift from the gentleman.
For me?
Be good night, Chichi.
My goodness, my goodness, my goodness. Oh, you.
Don't I know your face, madame?
My name is Bernhard.
Oh, yes, the actress who ran away. My name is Sardou, Victorien Sardou.
Oh, I know that, monsieur.
Have you come to see Montigny about a part in my play?
Yes, Monsieur Sardou. As you see, I need to work.
Well, we'll see what we can do. You have a visitor.
It's the Bernhardt girl.
Oh, not out there.
She looks very down on her luck.
Yes, I dare say. I require an actress who condescends to turn up at the theater on the second night.
I know you think I'm irresponsible. I don't blame you, but that night was as difficult for me as for you. I ran from the theater to kill myself. Do you know that? Of course, I forgive you for what you did to me.
What I did to you?
Well, you forced me to play comedy. Worse, you wouldn't rehearse the play enough.
Oh, I humbly apologize.
I accept your apology, Monsieur Montigny. But I have learned much from life since then, and I could use that experience on the stage. In Monsieur Sardou's play, perhaps. Acting is all I can do. The only way we can eat, me, my baby. If you don't give me work, I... Was this a face to be opposed against the warring winds? To stand against the deep, dread, bolted thunder, in the terrible and nimble stroke of quick cross lightning, to watch poor Perdue with this thin helm. Mine enemy's dog, though he had bit me, should have stood that night against my fire. And wast thou fain, poor
God,
father,
she's wonderful.
to hovel
She's
thee
good,
with swine
but not
and
great.
rogues forlorn?
Listen, they love me.
There's a difference between art and popularity, you know.
From now on, I wish to be paid in gold after every performance.
I'll pay you in gold when you deserve it.
I can't go on.
No, I sent up a message.
I don't know why I came to the theatre. Why didn't I stay at home? No one, nothing!
What's this?
I can't go on, I'm ill.
We're opening tonight, Sarah.
She's running a very high fever.
Oh, it's stage fright. Always stage fright.
Can't you see she's near total collapse?
I don't care if she has to be carried on. She's giving a performance.
You are a monster.
Call me anything you like. Just get her on that stage.
I tell you I'm ill.
And I tell you to get on that stage or you'll never go on any stage again. You have 5 minutes.
I won't let you go on, Sarah.
Get the belt.
No, sir.
I'm going to play if it kills me. He wants a performance, I'll give him one. Get the belt! Hear me, then. Let all my madness speak. I love you. Though you are my stepson, child of my own husband, still I love. Do not think I approve this madness which shakes my reason. More than you hate me, I hate myself. The gods have lit this flame within my soul. I cannot hide it. No, Hippolytus, do not turn from me. Have pity. I love. He's dead. My love it was killed him. Distracted, he fled upon the shore and whipped his horses until they tore him limb from limb. I too shall die. I will to live no longer. Grow dark. I need never see my deathly passion. I need never see a world without him.
Something's wrong.
Oh, my God.
Sarah.
She's dangerous, matter.
There, water. Get some water. There, Sarah. There.
Sarah. It's all right.
She's not breathing.
Sarah, yes, she'll be all right. Sarah. Sarah.
Help me up.
Leave me. there something you might care to glance at?
Not another one.
Oh, there'll always be another one as long as you keep on inspiring me.
Am I going to like it?
Oh, yes. There's a wonderful death scene in it.
I'm just going out to get the papers. There's to be a special section on Sarah today.
Hmm?
Where does this death scene occur? There's no point in a death scene which happens 5 minutes after the curtain rises.
Well, at the end, of course. Now, where else would I dare?
Morning, Sadu.
Good morning, Angelo.
Ah, new play.
If you're a good boy, there's a very good part in it for you.
I'll perform it as well as I know how.
You perform magnificently.
Angelo, you promised to play ball with me.
Coming. Maurice.
I'm going to win.
Are you?
True, Bernhardt.
It's wonderfully convenient for you to be able to choose your lovers among your leading men.
Purely coincidental, my dear. At least they know how much of me they can have, unlike Monsieur Meunier, the king of chocolate, and Monsieur Rothschild, who has sent me more brandy than I can drink, and Monsieur Rodin, who has sent me a lifetime supply of sardines.
Sardines? Good God, it's getting to look like a warehouse in here.
You'll soon need another one to house the works of your adoring playwright.
Oh, not more manuscripts.
Well, I can't help it if every dramatist in Europe insists on writing for you.
Let me see. Victor Hugo, rubbish.
What?
Sardou. Oh, no. Georges Sand. Sardou. Popeye. Never. Sardou. 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 Sardou.
It's for you to choose, Sarah.
Oh, let's do them all.
Oh, that's enough to keep you busy there for a decade.
War. We're at war.
What?
God, it's true. The Emperor has declared war on Prussia. Sarah, I said that you could nurse a few men. I didn't say you could turn the place into a hospital.
But there are so many of them, we can't turn them away, and there's plenty of room.
This is the last. We're even running out of brandy, sardines, and chocolates.
Madame Bernhardt, if you please.
I'm ready to probe the bullet now.
Sarah, how would you like a drink of the very finest brandy? Drink it.
Hold the lamp for me, would you please?
I saw you act once.
You will again.
You were beautiful. Got it. Yep.
Doctor. Went so peacefully. Smile.
What are we going to do? We can't let them go hungry.
How can you smile and then die?
Madame Bernhardt.
Madame Bernhardt, I have an urgent request for you from our Commandant.
Yes, Major, what is it?
Please. Our forces have been very hard-pressed. The Germans are massing for an assault just outside Paris.
What can I do?
It's a question of morale, Madame. Our soldiers seem to have lost their will to fight. The Commandant is asking for all the great entertainers of France to come to the front to try and boost their morale. Your appearance there would have a great effect. I assure you, Madame, it's just as important as your being here.
Very well, Major, but there will be a fee for my performance.
A fee? I don't understand.
Your beautiful warm coat, that is my fee. Some of the men here are freezing to death. I assure you, Major, it is even more important here than on your back.
As you wish, Madame.
Now, Major, how do we get to the front?
Sir.
Stop the carriage. What is all this? You, where are you going? What's happening here? Here, you. Sergeant. What is this? What's happening?
We're all going home, Major.
What do you mean, home? Where are your arms?
We've abandoned them, thrown them away.
By whose order?
The Commandant told us to drop your arms and go home. Well, it was either that or rot in some prisoner of war camp.
I don't understand.
It's all finished, Major. We were overrun. It's all finished.
You mean we've lost? We've lost the war?
Yes, Madame. The war's over and we're all going home. If I were you, I should do the same thing.
We're going back. Turn the carriage around.
Here lie the remains of Sarah Bernhardt, who,
unable to nourish herself on happy thoughts, wasted away. Farewell. With thee in thy grave I bury my masterpiece. Ah, fate, that thou shouldst not live to play it.
And on behalf of Alexandre Dumas, who does not wish to live if you cannot perform his latest work, I offer this tribute.
Perhaps the two of them could produce it in heaven.
Ah, have you read it, monsieur?
Oh, yes.
Unique. Unique, wouldn't you say?
Oh, quite wonderful. I wish I'd written it myself. You die in it. The curtain goes up and you start dying. I promise you, you will never die for so long, nor so well.
I'm not suffering anymore. I feel as if life were flowing into me. I've never felt so well. I'm going to live.
With our compliments, Madame Bernard.
Very kind. Thank you very
You
much.
paying for this? Certainly, I usually do. Oh, it's a chair. Non-vintage, I suppose. Good heavens, no. Tonight, of all nights? I'm glad to hear that. Yes, I bet you are. I've never seen you smile like that before. And I never had any success before.
Who is the man with Marie?
Marie's lovers do not have names.
Oh, I believe he's some attaché at the Greek embassy.
Since when am I not introduced to guests at my own table?
Well, it's hardly worth it, my dear. He's been kicked out of Greece and he's about to be kicked out of France.
The toast is in order, I think, don't you, my friends?
To our divine, Sarah. Sarah.
Sarah.
Sarah.
My dears. What are his crimes?
Crimes? Who?
Well, the Greek attaché. Why is he made to leave all these countries?
Well, you don't have to look at him. He's a notorious lady killer.
Marie. Marie.
Sarah.
Introduce me to your friend.
Of course. May I introduce Monsieur Aristide de Mala? Aristide de Mala. Sarah Bernhardt.
Thank you, monsieur. Enchanted. I would love to dance. You've taken a vow of silence.
It is a great responsibility dancing with Madame Bernhardt.
Would you have asked me to dance later, perhaps?
You have enough handsome admirers.
Oh, so you're handsome?
Why are you trying to score off me, Madame?
Because my soul is still on stage, because I've had a wonderful, magnificent success, because I know all my handsome, admiring friends backwards. Tonight, I need to swim in uncharted seas for an hour or two.
Am I supposed to feel flattered?
You don't understand, do you? An attaché is it? Frock coat, spats, little case, big head.
What I wear as an attaché is as much a costume as the one you were wearing tonight.
You mean a real heart beats beneath that icy exterior?
We all act upon occasion.
You act?
I've thought about it more than once.
So that's why you were so determined to attract my attention by ignoring me.
Have I succeeded?
Good heavens, you can smile. Come and see me tomorrow afternoon. 11 Boulevard de Clichy. I'll tell you all about acting. Mademoiselle, I'm expecting a Monsieur Damala. He'll probably stay for supper. Angelo, darling, take Maurice into the garden. You may ride your new pony, my dearest.
Come on, Angelo. Come on.
Oh, I can't sit still any longer. Work on the dog. What do you think of the bust I'm doing of Rothschild? George says I'm enormously talented.
In more ways than one.
When I finish this, I'm going to do one of the men I consider to be the handsomest amongst you.
Oh, I do hope it's me. I always thought posterity should have my nose. Now, why have you taken up sculpting?
I'll tell you why. I need something to hold me down. I have this wild desire to travel, to see different countries, to breathe a different air, to see skies higher than our own. If I don't do this, I shall go insane.
My dear sir.
No!
What is it?
What is it? No! Never in my entire life have I been so...
You said you wanted to see higher skies. I give them to you.
Not a dozen people have seen the Seine from up there, madame. You shall see the roofs of Paris as the eagles see them.
Are there eagles in Paris?
Hands off!
To new horizons.
Oh, may they be less boring than the old.
Up to your old tricks again.
I wasn't.
Your contract says you're not supposed to go out of town.
Up is not the same as out. How could I know how far the wind would carry me?
Well, if you hadn't been up there, it wouldn't have carried you anywhere. You've missed 2 performances.
Blame it on the breeze.
A very good title for a song, but it doesn't help my box office receipts. You think just because you're the rage of Paris, you can do anything.
On the contrary, I can't seem to do anything.
You have a contractual obligation to be here.
What? I won't be held down, always here, always well, always on. It's like prison. Why don't you tie me to the proscenium? I have to breathe. I have to move. I can't have every moment of my life restricted. Oh, I've had enough. I resign. I resign.
There's a man outside.
I am incommunicado.
He says he's come all the way from England to see you.
Oh, send him in. I must have something to amuse me.
Monsieur?
Madame Bernhardt? Madame Bernhardt? I understand you've left the Odeon.
Have you come all the way from England to tell me that, monsieur?
Jarrett. Edward Jarrett. How would you like to tour England? England, starting in a month. You choose your own plays, pick your own company.
I have given up the theatre.
Oh? I understood you needed money.
How much?
£200 an appearance and 50% of the profits.
In gold after every performance?
If you wish.
Trip to England might be quite amusing.
Quite by chance, I happen to have a contract on me. Madame Bernhardt. First, a small welcoming speech. You needn't respond, just smile and look happy. Then we leave the station, and the cast will be staying at the Wilshire Hotel. You, however, have been given the use of a townhouse by an admirer, Lord Northrop. A press conference there. Afterwards, a reception by the Duke and Duchess of Kent.
Surely I know your face, monsieur.
Aristide de Marla, madame.
Oh, yes, of course. You're the young man who was supposed to come and see me.
I found I had a previous engagement.
What are you doing in England? Have you been transferred by your embassy?
No, madame.
Dismissed?
I have left the Foreign Service.
Where are you staying in London?
You're staying with me, Sarah.
Madam?
Thank you. I wish to see de Marla.
There really isn't time.
You must make time.
You have to leave for the reception.
I wish to see him now. Sorry, but I make the rules for my company.
Is that why you sent for me?
I will not allow hangers-on.
You could have written me a note.
I chose to say it to your face.
My papers are in order. I have a right to travel where I please.
This is very true, my friend, but I will not allow you to disturb my artists. We work hard.
But if I leave, madame, how can you teach me all about acting?
Aren't you learning enough from Marie?
If I may make a suggestion, madame.
Please.
If I were allowed to join your troupe.
Troupe? Make it sound like a traveling circus.
My apologies. The Sarah Bernhardt Company. Then I would no longer be a hanger-on.
Yes, that is very true.
So?
Well, do you know anything about acting?
I think so, madame.
Very well. Let's find out. Phèdre. You are my stepson, remarkably handsome. I try very hard to fight this terrible attraction you have for me, but I cannot hide it. I am mad with love.
Who is it that arouses you?
If you did but know the depths of my inmost desires.
Why confide this to me? You are my father's wife.
Hear me, then. Let all my madness speak. I love you. The gods have lit this flame within my soul. I cannot hide it. Have pity, Hippolytus. I love. I love.
Marguerite, are you mad? I love you. That does not mean that you are pretty. And
You can't be planning to put this man on stage. You'll be the laughingstock of London.
I love you. What more can I say?
I'm not putting him on in London. I'm going to break him in gently. In Brighton, Bournemouth. Then I'll return to London with my great new international star.
Because there have been hours when I have followed this dream to the end. Because there have been days...
Sold out for our entire stay. The London season's a gold mine.
Oh, which reminds me.
As agreed.
Thank you.
Oh.
Where were you? We expected you at the theater.
I didn't stay till the end.
You didn't stay.
Yeah, Sarah, I must be going home. Now, don't forget, tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock, the Royal Navy's entertaining you.
What a ridiculous hour to entertain.
I don't need much sleep.
I know.
Good night, my dear. Good night, Jamala.
Why didn't you stay?
To watch Angelo in my part.
Your part?
You know what I mean. I rehearse and rehearse. When am I to act?
I keep telling you when we go away on tour.
That's months from now.
Oh, do we have to go through all this again?
You said you didn't want any hangers-on around in your company. Unless I'm allowed to act, that's all I am. It's humiliating.
Then marry me.
What?
Marry me. I'll cancel the rest of the London season. We can go on tour immediately.
I don't believe you.
I swear it. Oh, we could get the papers tomorrow morning and be married by the end of the week.
Not tomorrow morning, Sarah.
Why?
Have you forgotten? 9 o'clock.
The Royal Navy?
Oh, why? 9 o'clock. 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 9 o'clo
That Mr. Bernhardt, he's bloody awful.
The biggest tragedy of the evening was Mr. Bernhardt's acting.
They're beneath contempt.
Nothing bad said about you, I notice. Let us hope exposure to his wife will help him catch her talent.
Stop torturing yourself. Anyway, we all started our careers like this.
Did you?
Yes, of course.
Oh, I see. Then you think these parasites are right?
No, my darling, no, of course not. You will be a great actor, but you must be patient. Yes.
Have pity on the man, Sarah. Don't let him go on exposing himself to ridicule.
I can't hurt him.
You hurt him most by letting him go on.
It's quite a privilege having you visit this end of the train.
Have you finally forgiven me for leaving you?
Oh, long ago. Sarah, I shall never forgive. She can take anything she wants. Rules about other people.
Why do you stay on?
I enjoy observing it all in the circus. You'd better get back to the divine, Sarah. You know how she hates to let you out of her sight.
Sarah, we really must go.
Thank you. Goodbye. Thank you. Goodbye. Bye.
You know they really love you.
I really love them. They were wonderful.
Come back, Sarah.
I will.
I don't have to tell you what he is. You can see it.
I know what he is. I know you're right. What can I do? I love him. This filth about me has been appearing all the time I was in England.
Only for the last few months, since your marriage.
She appeared naked to the press in London in order to influence reviews. The Prince of Wales stayed in her dressing room while she changed. If a Sarah Bernhardt attends a social function, you may be sure she is being well paid for it. Or the host is her lover, or both!
If she had to marry, why didn't she choose a Frenchman?
Who could have been so malicious?
It's that actress friend of yours, Marie. We've just found out.
Marie?
She's been writing articles about your tour. They've been appearing all over France. It's all anybody talks about. They make it seem as if you hate your country. As if you do anything for money. As if you don't mind who you sleep with.
Dear Marie.
Mother, are you really bald?
How could she? How could she? It's lies, Maurice. It is all lies.
Your name's on everyone's lips. Isn't that what you always wanted?
Kill her. I'll kill her!
Madam, you can't go in there. Madam, please. Please.
You no-good, slandering bitch! I took you to England with me out of charity. You can't act. You never could act. And how do you repay me? By treason, filth, and trash. Did you think you'd get away with it? I am going to thrash you within an inch of your life.
No! No!
Well, I spoke to Montini.
And?
He says he has a great personal affection for you. But he'll never work with you again. Not after those articles.
He was my last hope.
Have you tried everyone?
Everyone. No theatre will engage me. They seem to think I'm some kind of public menace, that audiences, if they come at all, will destroy me. Very fickle, the public.
They can hate you just as passionately as they can love you, yes. What are you going to do?
Don't know. For the first time in my life, I really don't know.
Now, what have you brought me here for?
I've bought it.
Oh, yes? What are you going into, the junk business?
I'm starting my own theatre. No one will engage me, so I will engage myself.
Sarah, this will cost a fortune.
Well, I'm
prepared to risk everything.
And how do you know if they'll come?
Or if they come, whether they like it. But then, hasn't that always been the challenge?
It may not be so easy this time.
All the better. I won't give up now.
How dare you? How dare you have these bills sent to me?
Don't burst in here
You
screaming.
honestly think I am prepared to pay for the gift you give to other women? Look at this.
Cartier, a gold owl set with ruby eyes. Van Cleef, a string of graduated pearls for me, oh no, for Marie or Brigitte or
Or Marguerite or Annie.
Why? Why do you do this to me?
Because I have no money of my own. Anyway, I'm no longer a member of your company.
That's not what I meant, and you know it. Why are you so bitter? What have I done?
You put me in chains.
Done nothing but love you.
Those critics were right, Mr. Bernhardt. You made a lapdog of me.
I love you. I've never loved anyone as I love you. I need you.
All the love you need is applause and cheering and bouquets. Well, I don't need you. I prefer my freedom.
Sarah, there are mobs outside the theatre.
Are there?
They're buying up the tickets.
So they couldn't resist me after all.
They have stones and rotten vegetables.
It's 8 o'clock when you say so, Madame Bernhardt.
Please, Sarah, don't go on. I beg you. It's too dangerous.
Go home and kiss Maurice goodnight for me. Think how ashamed he'd be if I didn't go on.
It's not an audience out there, it's a mob.
Came.
They've come to destroy you.
You say they call her the maid?
They call her the whore! They call her the traitor! Ooh!
Yes, sire. Do you think I should see her?
Well, hurry up about it, eh? Come on!
Sarah, you can't go on.
The men think very highly of her.
We'll show you what we think about. Just send her out here!
How dare they?
Sarah, in the name of God, don't go on. They'll kill you.
I will hide myself among you. And if she can choose which is the true ruler of France, I shall hear what she has to say. You will sit here and pretend to be me. Surround me. Send her in. Stone, where is Stone?
Where's Sarah?
Now, Sarah, please, Madame Bernhardt, let me ring down the curtain.
Let me pass.
Are you the maid called Joan?
Maid? That's enough!
I am, sir. Where is the king?
Why don't you speak up, Joe? We go
Go on, Sarah, let's hear you.
I am the king.
Forgive me, sir, but you are not. Though he is here in this room.
If you are sent from God, as you say you are,
You can certainly divine the blood royal.
And what if she was sent from the devil then, eh?
God give you life, gentle king.
I am not the king, Joan. There is the king.
By God, sir, you are and none other.
So you are the maid called Joan.
The whore called Sarah!
I am, sire.
Say your prayers, Sarah!
Why have you come?
To save France.
Why don't you go back to the English?
I am sent by God. Too long our enemies have held us at bay. It is time for us to rise.
Go!
Time for us to win a great victory. Under my banner, with God and the Maid by your side, France will be saved.
France will never be saved while you're in it. Shh. Be quiet. Go on, Sarah.
God has sent me to lead you to Rheims, and there see you crowned in his cathedral. Will you give me an army, sire?
What are the reasons for your faith? Tell us them.
God desires that the English shall return to their country without further delay. If they do not, great harm shall befall them.
Who has told you, sir?
My voices.
Your voices?
I hear them.
I will give you all you ask.
You have tried me and found me guilty. You, in your infinite wisdom, have sentenced me to burn at the stake. You say I am a heretic, a non-believer. You say I have done things no woman should do. That is true. I should never have denied I heard the voices of St. Margaret and St. Catherine. I told you that because I feared the fire. I tell it you no more. I did, in my garden, hear their blessed voices. They came to me, and they came from God. All you made me sign denying them. I signed because I feared you. I am afraid no longer. Not of you, not of the fire. Dear God, must it be by burning? Oh. Must this flesh, which has never been corrupted, be consumed with flames? Must this body, pure and whole, be burned to ashes, scattered to the wind? Dear God, spare me! Ah! can see him. God the Father stretching out his hand to me. How? How can you give me gifts beyond all other, then leave me to the mob? Why? Why put me into this life to suffer for their pleasure? Father, shall I die in vain and never be remembered? And will it be as though I never lived? Dear God, speak! I come, precious Lord, to the comfort of your bosom. I come gladly to eternal life. Burn me, destroy my body, yet shall I live forever. I see you, dear Father, and come to you within the flames. Fire!